You and I both know that you are capable of enjoying the rain and frolicking freely without filming it and then posting it to TikTok. Now, you've just co-signed, okay? You just co-signed at least 3 million, 8.5 by 11 front and back people who just go out of their way to disrespect and dismiss the boundaries that Black creators have set. And now you're one of those people. So, I guess my question would be, why? Why is it so important to all of you to treat us like we don't matter?
I got a question about that. You notice her glasses with the chain and the little beads and stuff? That is the most unfuckable thing you could ever wear, right? As a woman, like, if you think about it, like, she's a total cunt or she's a brilliant troll. I haven't quite determined that yet. But you think it's like the old, like, librarian lady, you know, who's like old and like crusty and gross from school would have those, you know? It's just
or the
like
cat lady, like the crazy cat lady.
Yep, I can't think of an attractive situation where a woman could be wearing those and I'd be like, yeah, let's do it.
No.
Well, someone can make it happen. I'm sure if they tried hard enough.
I don't know. Do you have like the hot librarian?
Yeah, but does she wear those kind of glasses?
Yeah, the hot librarian won't wear those kind of glasses. It'll be
not with the chain.
Yeah,
I guess that's a good point.
I don't know.
My wife has some of the hot librarian glasses, but they don't have a chain on them. So I guess
the giant frames.
Yeah.
I'm not mad that those came back into style.
Yeah, they're all right. I mean, I couldn't wear them, man. Not just my little tiny head, it wouldn't work. But for people with normal size heads, I'm sure it's great.
I was just glasses shopping, and every time like we try on a pair, and the chick who was the glasses sales lady who was very good. She was helping me, get a pair that looked good. But every time it was like, let's go with these. They're smaller. It was she kept going to the smaller and smaller and smaller ones. Like, okay, I guess that tells me what kind of glasses I'm supposed to wear. My old ones, they make me look like I'm a 1960s NASA like flight control person.
That's the problem with all of my sunglasses. Like, everybody makes fun of me for my sunglasses in the summer because they're always way too big for my head.
Sunglasses are supposed to be.
It's hard to find sunglasses that fit my little tiny head.
I mean, you wear aviators, it's gonna like make your head look like so small.
Speaking of aviators, have y'all seen? I know I'm like, I don't know, 6 months late to the party on this. Have y'all seen Top Gun Maverick?
Yes. No, I haven't yet.
I saw it in theaters the day before it came out.
Oh wow! Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it is a work thing. They were like, hey, we got tickets. Do a thing, radio station. So it's not like I went out of my way to see it in theaters.
Is it already on DVD or whatever, like where you can rent it?
Probably. It's on. I watched it on Paramount Plus over the weekend.
It's on there?
Yeah.
It's on Paramount Plus? Okay. I'll have to check it out.
So I sat down on Saturday and watched the original Top Gun, and then I watched Maverick because it would have felt funny to just watch the new one without watching the old one first.
Yeah.
Stephanie was like, haven't you already seen this? I was like, I'm going to watch the new one, so I have to watch this one first. She's like, okay, and then like walked out of the room.
That's like whenever Force Awakens or whatever, like the seventh Star Wars came out, and like I was like going back and watching through 1 through 6 or whatever and everything, and my wife was like why are you watching all these? Like you already seen these, right? Like, it's like, well, I want to be prepared for the new one, like,
It's new season of Letterkenny came out. I started back at season 1, been plowing my way through. I don't know. Maybe it's just something about like I want to have it all fresh, and whenever I dive into it. Granted, by the time you watch through 11 seasons, it's not all that fresh, and you're probably like a month and a half behind on watching the new season. But whatever.
It'd be
A lot of
like,
seasons.
well, like if you did that with, like, Supernatural, you'd be exhausted by the end of it.
Well, I did that with Game of Thrones every season. Like I would start back at the beginning. Like whenever they announced the release date of the next season, then I would allow myself a couple
Time
months or
to
so.
catch up.
Yeah, and I would go back and watch through all of it, and see. That's another one of those that Stephanie has never watched it, and doesn't like it. But man, when I would be sitting there watching it, she asked a lot of questions and would get really into it. So she knows a lot more about Game of Thrones than
She lets on.
Yeah, she lets
So-
on because she.
When you're rewatching this, are you like sitting down and intently rewatching it, or is it like a background thing where you're like doing dishes and cooking and shit? Not that you would do those chores, but
I do those things, but yeah, it's more of a background thing. Like there are certain episodes that I really lock in on and watch, but like there's maybe 3 episodes out of a season that I really intently watch, like the ones that are like my favorites, or the ones that have like the really pivotal things that happen. But for the most part, it's just like just kind of getting it a refresher type of thing.
I feel you. I was gonna say, where do you get the time otherwise? Like I've got like my shows like I've seen 100 times, like I nap to them. So it's like, yeah, I've watched it 30 times, but every now and then I pick up half an episode I've never even seen.
I'm like that with American Dad and
Mhm.
and Bob's Burgers. Like I've watched every season of American Dad and Bob's Burgers half a dozen times, if not more. But I usually watch them while I'm doing other stuff or napping or whatever. And so yeah, every once in a while, like I'll wake up from a nap and I'll be like,
You're like,
oh,
that's
I don't remember
hilarious.
this episode.
Yep. I've done that.
Brand new.
Wow, I must have been asleep through this one. I've never seen this one. Yeah. Yeah, American Dad and Family Guy is another one for me. I'll do that.
But I'll sit down and write or like do stuff while it's on, and like I'll sit the laptop down and take a break if there's an episode that I really want to watch, or if it really catches my interest for some reason, like it's one that maybe I didn't really pay attention to the first time around or something. But yeah.
So, you guys do anything cool for New Year's or?
Boring. Just,
Nah, I was in bed at like 9:30.
Yeah, we were watching movies. We heard midnight happen because all the, gunshots go off. But yeah, nothing too exciting.
We watched. My parents came up to visit for the day, and then they took my kids back with them because I guess their mom is down there visiting her family, so she'll just pick them up from my parents. But so after they left, Stephanie and I sat down and we watched The Invitation, and I have been horribly disappointed with all things horror movies over the last like 3 years. Like I keep trying to. I love horror. That's my favorite movie genre. And I cannot find a good horror movie. Everything I sit down to watch is just, it's not scary. It's not original. It's super predictable. Just absolutely sucks.
you're like built up your immunity. You're that natural immunity to the horror.
Katie and I watched Smile the other night. And so as we're sitting there watching it, I was like, okay, watch. Something's about to jump out here. And then 3 seconds later, something jumps out. And it's like, oh, watch this. This is about to happen. And then it happens. And he's like, how do you know? I'm like, this is super predictable. There's nothing original about any of this. It's garbage.
Good job,
The
Corey.
only,
I'm jealous.
the only thing that I've seen that was really like very good, and I think it was an older movie. It was called The Night House, but it wasn't overly scary, but it was a cool concept. Like it was a good movie.
Not Lighthouse.
Not The Lighthouse, The Night
Okay.
House.
Have you seen The
I
Lighthouse?
do recommend that one. The new the Hellraiser remake was good. It wasn't scary. Like it was an interesting new twist and take on Hellraiser, but I never thought the original Hellraisers were scary either. So like it's good torture porn, I guess, is classify that stuff. Speaking of torture
Isn't that
porn,
most horror? Isn't that most horror movies though?
that is all they are anymore. I watched one not long ago called Barbarian. There were Conan did not make an appearance. There was no Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie. No barbarians at all. The main like bad guy in the movie was some naked old lady. I was like, this is not. I mean, this is terrifying, yes, but not in the scary way that I want to be scared from a movie. Like, speaking of terrifying ladies. No, go ahead. I'll segue.
No, nothing. I was just gonna say I agree. If I'm flipping through and I see a horror movies anytime in the last like 5 years, it's a pretty instant like I'm gonna put this in the probably not pile. So I don't know if it's just culture. Maybe it's just I don't know. You can't do like slashers anymore because everybody has cell phones. You know, that's a whole thing with any new horror movie, right? They have to find a way to get rid of the cell phones, right? Like or it has to be some crazy concept where cell phones don't matter. So I don't know. It's just. They are just weird. I agree.
So we watched The Invitation the other night, and literally 8 minutes into the show, Stephanie goes, spoiler alert, as if you need that. 8 minutes into the show, Stephanie goes, oh, that guy's a vampire. Like, and sure enough, like 5 minutes later, he's a vampire. And it's like, okay. Like the whole she doesn't even like horror movies, and she's sitting there calling the whole thing out like as it goes. She's like, all right, this is gonna happen, I'm like, I know, like, you don't have to tell me. She's like, this isn't even scary or good. And she hates scary movies or horror movies because she gets scared easily, and it did nothing for her. So like that's the true test. If my wife, who gets terrified by everything, was not at all scared by your horror movie, then it was a shitty horror. All right. Speaking of horror of horrors. Oh, hi, Mark. Nice of you to join us today.
Yeah, I'm glad I came in at the right time.
Speaking of horror of horrors, actually, I
think there's a record 4 segues for this. We're almost getting to it.
Told you, I'll get to it eventually. The most terrifying
thing.
When
we get there.
The most terrifying thing you will see all week. If I can find where I put it.
This is a very professional show.
Always. That is.
Oh, yep. That's
wow.
That's the horror there.
Yeah. That there.
Did you not set your lineup?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. This is not the updated score. The updated score is Dags up like 147 to 50. So it didn't get much better as the night progressed.
You added 14 points.
Yeah, I'm killing it.
Cool. Yeah, I forgot this long to figure it out.
Mike Evans had a career day.
And Derrick Henry is out. So
well, I say Trey gets the unenviable position of getting beat by my wife, which I mean that happened to me last week. So
don't we all have that honor though?
Pretty much.
I don't even think I played her this year, did I?
I don't know.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
we played everybody. Well, I think I beat your wife, but I can't even remember.
better you than me. Speaking of somebody that should probably be beat.
Wait, before we move on from the football talk, this is another 2-week game.
Mm-hmm. Yes, this is another.
Okay. All right.
This is another 2-week game.
Then I shouldn't panic yet.
Yeah, don't start celebrating yet. You still gotta close it out next week.
Well, you'll have a chance to come back and beat me then.
No. No, that's not.
With the 50 points, yeah.
I'm currently losing by 90.
His kicker would have to have a career day to even be in range.
I could. I need you to come on next Friday and jinx it. Be like, or next Sunday evening. I need you to come on and jinx it. Be like, yeah, if Justin's quarterback and running back and or no, what was it? It was running back, defense, and kicker. If Justin's running back, defense, and kicker put up 60 points, then he's still got a shot. Ha 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 ha. And then because that's what happened in the final week of the season when Clyde came back from 55 points.
Oh,
down.
it was your wife did beat me. Remember, she beat me by like less than a point.
Oh, that's right.
So we all have the
distinction
streak
of being beat by my wife.
What a
is kinda
shame.
Jenny.
Jenny from the block.
All right, let's see what this bitch has got to say.
So I live in Buffalo. This is a 33. This is my car that's been buried in all of this fucking snow since last week. And this is outside my granny's house. A tree that's been there since my aunt was a child. Safe to say that it's a fucking shit show out there, right? Here go y'all cum goblins who don't even live in the fucking city. Which, by the way, the Q-tip people are the last ones to ever talk about somebody stealing anything. Y'all wouldn't be in this country had it not been for y'all stealing it. So y'all are more focused on people looting and trying to get necessities and things that they need. And yes, a TV is a fucking necessity thing. And the people who are literally freezing to death in their own home, freezing to death outside because this city did not shut down the way it should have. Byron Brown want to get on here and talk about, we told y'all, we knew this was going to happen. But why didn't you close businesses when you should have? Why you got everybody rushing home at noon when the fucking storm is starting and now people are literally dying in their cars because they can't see. And yeah, it was that fucking bad. I went out like at 8 o'clock in the morning before it started. And by the time I got out of Wegmans, right, it was like maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock. And it was fucking bad. And that was just the beginning of the storm. So if you don't live in Buffalo, even if you do live in Buffalo, you feel like you're better than because people are out here stealing and you would never. First of all, if you are a Mayo monster, that is how your ancestors got everything from stealing. People are out here trying to get toilet paper. People are out here trying to get, just small little food from Family fucking Dollar. And y'all got to fuck capitalism. Steal everything that you need, babe. Because at the end of the day, this city continuously fails us whenever we have any type of emergency. Byron, do better, bitch.
I don't know how she feels about people stealing from her.
In, Buffalo.
Where does she
See,
live?
I like the new
Buffalo?
title. Yeah, Buffalo. Because when they had that big winter storm,
okay.
all of a sudden people were just going out and they were looting and grabbing like, everything. Yeah, I love the new title. Now I get to claim that title with pride. That actually, I am a Mayo monster.
She threw out a few of them. She had the cum goblins and the Q-tip people. I'm kind of partial to the Q-tip people myself. My hair is getting a little bit fuzzy.
The Q-tip.
My comment on this goes to people of, all races or whatever. Why are you relying on the government to tell you what time to go inside from a storm? Like, you don't blame it on the government didn't tell us to go inside early enough. You knew the fucking storm was coming. Get your goddamn supplies before, or better yet, have them before winter even fucking starts, because you know there's going to be a storm. It's my same bitch to the hurricane people too down here. For fuck's sake, get your shit together.
This has been Dag's PSA to all peoples of color, of all peoples of all races.
Color. Yes,
there we go.
And regions and your
not
particular natural disaster that's going to hit you, predictably.
It
Why are
feels
you not
like
ready for it?
Buffalo gets this regularly. It's kind of like Florida and hurricanes. You would,
I think Buffalo's fucking cold.
Yeah, it's cold.
But it's gonna snow in Buffalo. We're gonna have hurricanes in Miami. Get used to it. Like that's what you gotta get used to it.
You never hear the Oklahoma
do think
folks talking about how they didn't prepare for their tornadoes.
You either have a Frady hole.
Look, they
or
got
you
the
die.
trailer parks ready. Okay, like in Oklahoma, they got the trailer parks ready.
We have a lot of tornadoes. I'd like to have a Frady hole.
Remember when there were the toilet paper shortages and a run on cleaning supplies whenever COVID first hit? We were already stocked. Stephanie had a 30-pack of toilet paper in the closet and more cleaning supplies than any human being would ever possibly need. So we had no problem with any of it. Yes.
Oh.
She likes Ollie's. Apparently Ollie's has all the good prices on everything.
Yeah, my
I
wife
think
likes
Niall
Ollie's
was just
too.
trying to sell me on Ollie's. I've never been in one.
I
It's
gotta
pretty
say,
nice.
I like Ollie's a lot.
I have never heard of one.
It's probably
It's like
more
a
of southern
discount
thing.
store. Yeah,
I
it's
don't know. I'm in Indiana. We're not southern, so
I will claim you, I guess. Y'all
Southern
act
Indiana.
southern enough.
Yeah.
Y'all act southern enough.
There are people around here that have thicker accents than me. I was like, what the hell? Well, so that was Dag's PSA to all colored people, which excludes Asians now.
It was all people of race. I misspoke.
All people of race.
Oh yeah, because they're too smart.
Is that the justification?
I mean, that's
It-
probably
it's
just
just
if you want to
you.
distill it down, that's what it is.
Was it
It's,
a socioeconomic thing? They're rich
Yeah.
enough.
Yes, it's the socioeconomic thing. It's because
Goes
they
together.
don't fit into the demographic of impoverished, downtrodden, taken advantage of. They actually, I think it's I don't know, as of the last census, I'm pretty sure
So now
Asian
LeBron's
families
son.
made more money than white families.
So now LeBron's son is going to be counted different from like some regular, practicing doctor's son or whatever. So those two are going to be the same. Like LeBron's son, who he's got millions of dollars. They're going to be counted differently because like that makes sense because socioeconomic conditions or whatever.
They
Who
do
they
believe
start
in
counting
hierarchy. It's just a manufactured hierarchy.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
trying
we're
to
just
see
like
if I
counting the black people from the islands who like do pretty well socioeconomically, as not white or as not black. Like, no, you guys are white. I don't know if I mentioned it on here probably, but yeah, one day I went to get my girl's car repaired, took it to a very nice mechanic shop that was all island, island people. Then I went to rent a car and the Enterprise rent a car was all island people, and then like I got a hotel like the next day and the people running it were all island people. And I was like, whew, they fucking hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
if you ever go to Hawaii, there's a lot of the like the islanders there that they
I meant
hustle,
black
they
islands,
get the choose.
like Caribbean islands, but you're probably right. We just don't get many of them over here.
different islands.
Yeah, different islands, but I feel you.
So tonight,
Hey, a lot of the Asians are islanders, so
Yeah.
Well,
they had a whole thing about like Asian Pacific Islanders or whatever whenever we went there, and we were looking touring Maui and everything. So like that seems to be like they take full advantage of that kind of stick, of talking about the Asian Pacific Islander thing and doing all this kind of thing.
So
Well, you get to
tonight's
tell
point,
Hawaii
I was trying to find the graphic. There was a thing that showed SAT scores for different like household incomes for like blacks, Hispanics, whites, and Asians, and it turns out that your household income doesn't make as big a difference in your SAT scores as your race. Like the lowest income level of whites and Asians had higher or equal scores as the highest income levels for blacks. Like,
Oh god.
Yeah.
I bet that is getting buried. Like
I'm sure I didn't go through the comments on that post because I had a pretty good idea what it was going to be. But that's I don't know.
You could also say SATs versus like IQ, right? Is like, SATs is like you prepare for those and like you test for them. So some cultures don't value education or schooling as much. Like I never took an SAT test, I never did an SAT fucking prep thing. You know what I mean? So it's also like, I think it is a different test or measurement than like an IQ test among like races or
also
socioeconomic, but it is interesting difference to look at that.
But also like I know that a lot of people didn't take the SATs, but they would take the ACT. So I also wonder how that because I took the ACT and I got like a 26 or whatever, but that's
Jay's
I took the military one. Was that the ASVAB? Was that the military one?
Yeah,
that was the free one. Yeah, I got like 98.
Yeah, you have a high mechanical aptitude. That makes sense.
Yeah, it was the mechanical shit. It was one of the tests that was easier for me, but I've always been really good at standardized tests because it's like it's multiple choice, dude. Like the answer's right there, you just have to figure it out. So
people think too much about it.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd it go? Speaking of people who get counted in with whites, Where'd it go? There it is. I will go away. There it is. The FBI now combines Latino crime statistics with white.
Pretty soon, certain blacks will be lumped in with white. So, it's going to be only
That's what
like
I'm saying.
transgender
Like OJ,
blacks and women.
OJ's gonna be the his crime's gonna be lumped in with the white.
We gotta fudge these numbers the best we can.
And see, isn't it interesting how they
Deshaun
manipulate-
Watson, they're gonna put Deshaun Watson in with white, so that way
If you're
all the
above a certain
sexual
income level, then
all those sexual harassment.
Did I see
charges
right that
and-
Deshaun Watson was? Did I see right Deshaun Watson was flagged for illegal touching yesterday. Anybody? Took a second, didn't it?
do you see there was
LeBron apparently LeBron got roasted because he said, "Oh yeah, Deshaun's back" or whatever, something like that. He got roasted over it because he was glad that Deshaun Watson was back playing.
But he's been back for like 3 weeks, and LeBron didn't realize this.
Well,
sure.
I think he was saying like, "Oh yeah, like he's back in form" or something. I don't know. Like,
Oh, okay.
D Watt's back in
That's-
form or something. I don't know.
That's my guy. LeBron's an idiot. He would probably fail an IQ test.
can you fail on a IQ?
I got a
Yes,
laugh side. This is the internet.
it's you, buddy.
You're lagging there. Catch up.
All right, just a sec.
Oh,
Then he disappears. Well, good. Now we can talk about the important topics. Since we are kind of on the, since we have kind of been on the sports stuff. Adults could achieve physical activity targets by walking teabag style for a few minutes each day. For those of you who have a New Year resolution to get in shape, just try walking teabag style. The inefficient walking styles of Mr. Teabag and Mr. Pooty, acted by John Cleese and Michael Palin in the 1971 Monty Python Ministry of Silly Walks sketch, have been shown to be more variable than usual walking, but their energy expenditure has never been measured. We got to watch this Ministry of Silly Walks. And anytime there's a Monty Python clip, we got to watch it.
you're one of them, huh?
Time.
Coming in with no context. What's going on?
Oh, adults can achieve physical activity targets by walking teabag style for a few minutes each day. So you have to take up some of the Monty Python silly walks to get your exercise instead of exercising normally is racist and a sign of white supremacy.
Yep.
So enacting a Monty Python sketch, on the other hand, is not racist or white supremacist in any way.
It's ableist. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be ableist. You can walk, so that's you can do a silly walk. So
How dare you?
It's like the chick at the beginning. You don't have black people here, and you can go out in the rain. How dare you?
It's your penance. Is if you want to exercise, you have to do it in a humiliating fashion. So was the teabag style? Was that just the way he was walking to the office like that? Is that what they meant?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. How he's crouched down, like that, like when you teabag somebody or whatever, like that. That's what.
You mean to say
Well,
you
that's what I
haven't
was
had a
kind of-
lot of experience, Dag?
That's a
Well, when it's a teabag style, I was imagining like really like bow-legged and like like in like squat position, but like walking somehow.
Yeah.
I'm sure
So
that would
that's
get
what
it
I
done.
imagined.
Trey's into that gamer culture stuff, so he knows all about teabagging.
Oh yeah, you got to do it. You got to disrespect them. Like you just crouch over their body. And that's it's the ultimate sign of disrespect. And then you just keep walking.
Are
it was,
you a trash talker?
Oh yeah,
gamer? Are you?
yeah, yeah.
I
If
can see
you
it.
if you aren't talking trash, you're not playing.
You
Like,
shouldn't even
seriously.
be gaming then.
your mama joke kind of guy.
Yeah.
Me too.
He's a
Yeah.
hard R kind of guy, probably.
Well, I think
that's
that'll
a
get
gamer
you
word.
kicked off these days.
Yeah, that'll get you. If you're not careful, if you say it around the wrong people, you'll definitely get banned. So,
See,
you know, I think Activision said that they're checking, like, if you're doing in-game chat, like they're checking game chat. So like if you they'll have that audio. So if someone reports you, then they can see it. Like a lot of the games are doing that now. If you have your voice chat and you say stuff like that, you're submitting that you will let them record that, and then they'll analyze it, and then they can say like, okay, he said the hard R, so he's getting banned, and
Okay.
they'll even IP ban you. They won't even let you get buy the game again and then do it, like, because then it would at least be like, okay, well, you're making money off of me having to buy the game again or something like that. They'll straight up just IP ban you, so you can't ever do it unless you like get, you know, or they'll even hardware ban you. Like I've seen them do it, like where they'll ban your actual like computer, not just the IP, or because then people use VPNs and all this kind of stuff.
Right.
But yeah, it's they get serious about it because people
the
want about it.
downfall of allowing women into gaming. Because I guarantee you, ain't no dudes reporting that shit. It's a
No.
bunch of crybaby bitches.
Did you live through Gamergate in real time?
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
that a
I
wild
was
experience?
following that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I was following all that stuff. I followed all the people who were talking about it and everything. And it was pretty crazy because like they still talk about it. I don't know if you guys see this. Like they're so butthurt about it. They'll bring it up ever so often. They'll be like, oh, Gamergate is this, Gamergate is Trump, Gamergate is white supremacy. Like they just they can't. I don't know. They took the biggest L right then when that happened, and then they're still so butthurt about that kind of stuff.
Let me ask you something, Trey. I don't do a lot of online gaming with chat and everything, so something I was curious about. I saw some thing on the television, and it was like some sports show, but it was like video games, and it was like these girls who do video game competitions, you know, whatever, they're good at video games, but of course they had to have a segment about, you know, misogyny, you know, online. And some of the girls like, oh, I just play without chat because it's like as soon as you beat them, then suddenly they call you fat and this and that. So let me ask you, Trey, has a man ever insulted you in a hurtful manner, or you know, something that could have been if you had delicate sensibilities, or do they only do
way
this
worse? No, it's way worse. Like anytime a woman comes in the lobby, all I hear is simping. Like the guys simp, or they ask her to cook and clean. That's pretty much. It's either get back in the kitchen and, you know, that kind of joke, or it's like, oh, there's a girl in chat, protect her, you know, or whatever. Like, you know, oh, I got you back, girl. You know, it's like super simp. And it's like, oh man, you guys, come on. But
now, if she has a TV or a computer set up in the kitchen and she's cooking while she's playing, then it's acceptable. Otherwise,
that's what one of them did. They said they set up their computer in the kitchen, so when people said get back in the kitchen, they could say jokes on you, already in the kitchen. Swear to God.
That's funny. But no, literally, like the guys just turn into simps, or they make a joke about getting back in the kitchen. There was actually one chick who did that. Like, she was streaming, and then this guy said get back in the kitchen, and she like sent everybody like on the internet, like all the Twitter people, to like harass these guys, and these guys finally put out like a big apology, like, we're sorry, we didn't mean to be so mean and misogynistic or whatever. It's like, nah, you guys are cucked. Like, you just wanted to get away from that.
I'd have said, check back with me when you need your oil changed or a jar.
Well, the point is that it's just, no matter what, sex aside,
but
culture
they have
shit, you know.
Yeah, that's what you do when you play games. Like, it's just like sports. Like, they're trying to remove trash talk from sports too. Like, you know, all that kind of stuff. But what you were talking about, they have like gaming competitions, and they've been trying to put like a women's teams on these, and every time they do it, the women's team gets destroyed by the men's teams, and it's just hilarious that they keep trying. They're like maybe this time these are the best women in the world at this game, and they still get destroyed by all the men's teams, and it's just like, You guys got to learn. Like men are just better. Men are more adept and more in tune with like playing video games and getting good at them. Like that's it.
Until Sim Laundry comes out.
Competitive laundry cleaning.
I actually really like the Sim games. I might be pretty good at that one too.
Mark sent us a video. We're gonna see.
I love this video. Trey's probably seen it.
Yes.
Stopping us from just throwing ourselves off a bridge and giving up and saying, yeah, the planet is dying. The government hates us. The animals are leaving. The aliens aren't contacting us. We might be alone. It just might be you and me. But that's okay because do you really need anyone else?
Yeah, that chick is crazy because she's
the Bernie girl, right?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
No. She's not the OK Boomer.
Okay.
That's a different one. But she's like this same thing. She's like a copy of her. But she talks about socialism, and she sits there like a skimpy clad or whatever, and she got mad when people call her out and all that kind of stuff, and then. It's just funny, like when people like those kind of women, those e-girls that get mad about like men or saying things about them, like they just can't deal with it. Like women are not designed to be on the internet like that.
Why do you sexualize me on my Twitch channel? Why are you wearing a bikini that barely covers anything? Huh?
Yeah, I bet after your son got caught, he just started watching Twitch because like there's so many girls on there that they just like they literally do skits where they're just trying to show their boobs. Basically.
Don't get my ideas.
I don't think he's there. He can't hear it.
Whatever. He watches the show.
Yeah,
I've been fooled before.
In class.
He eavesdrops.
Every once in a while, he'll comment on the chat. Usually it's something annoying because, he's 14. But...
Look at these old
guys are weird.
You guys are old.
Gay.
Speaking of...
No, I wish it was just gay. That'd be funny to me.
Speaking of chicks flaunting their stuff on the internet.
Oh, boy.
What do we got?
Is this a real chick or a... Oh.
According to Pornhub, the United States, Mexico,
South America,
most of Africa. Imagine that. Yeah, these are all butt countries. And
Brazil, yeah.
I'm surprised Canada. I'm surprised Canada isn't.
As soon as I saw Brazil, I was like, that totally makes sense. Have you ever watched women's volleyball in the Olympics? Like, that 100% makes sense.
Okay, that's Argentina, correct? South America, the one.
The big blue one? Yes.
The one holdout.
Yeah.
It's a big holdout.
Well, as we learned in the World Cup, there aren't any black people in Argentina. So
let's be honest, the United States should be divided by state.
Probably so.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Corey likes feet, so he's not sure what's going on with this whole.
He's like, what's with this question? This is weird. Not all options
glaring
are available.
exemptions from this map.
Where's the forehead representation?
So my geography is pretty poor, but look over in Asia, like what's that, like between China and Russia? What's that one red one that's standalone there?
Is that Mongolia?
Is that what that is? They just
I think so.
It's interesting that.
Am I seeing correctly that North and South Korea differ?
I mean, probably North.
That would make sense.
South Korea is more Americanized. So
Yeah.
that would
But it looks like it's opposite.
Yeah,
it is opposite. Well, that's interesting.
It's probably because in North Korea you're not allowed to reproduce in this.
Oh, and South Korea probably likes their Japanese
anime girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're starting to chunk out those K-pop girls a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them starting to
Kim,
get some,
Kim
some
Jong Il
booties.
likes a little junk in the trunk.
Yeah. Chew a cankle.
The comment section really is the best part of this show.
It is. Let's get them taste like Bill Clinton.
Oh jeez.
Oh gosh,
Come on back, Monica.
I made like a offhanded joke about I made an offhanded joke about Bill Clinton the other day, and the kids obviously weren't alive then, so they didn't know what I was talking about. So I had to explain the whole Bill Clinton scandal. Oh, it was.
See, I wasn't alive, but like I had, I knew of it, like I knew about it, and then my economics and government class, like my teacher, whatever he in high school, he was a little bit of a nut, so he literally read out the whole like spiel, like I forget, there was like an article talking about the Monica Lewinsky thing. And he just sits there and he's reading it out to us, like just straight up, just reading about like, and then he like came on the dress, and he's just saying it in high school, and I was like, like he's just. He was a famous teacher for doing this thing where, like, so the government and economic stuff, like a lot of it you can just read in the book. So what he would do is he would say a bunch of BS, like complete lies in the class, and then you would have to go read the book to figure out like what the actual answers were for like the tests and stuff. So he would just be he sat there and he would read articles like that, talking about like Monica Lewinsky, like, oh yeah, he came on the dress and this kind of stuff, and then all of a sudden then you'd have to go read the book to actually figure out, like, whatever the textbook, to figure out what the
nowadays they call those people conspiracy theorists.
Yeah. Well, before the Lewinsky thing on Saturday Night Live, they were making fun of Clinton's womanizing, so it must have been well known even before that.
Yeah,
it's easy to forget that
he had like multiple scandals in Arkansas when he was the governor. Like,
accused rapes.
I rewatched.
I believe
the clip
Juanita Broderick.
There were several.
I rewatched the clip of Norm Macdonald going on with Barbara Walters and those other nutty women back in the day, where he just repeatedly calls Clinton a murderer, and they keep trying to change the subject.
They want to change the subject. Jokes about them. Yeah.
They're like, we're gonna not let you back on the show. I bet Norm's like, please don't ever let me back on the show.
How did Norm get away with some of the things he said on Saturday Night Live? Because even though Saturday Night Live wasn't back then what it is now, still doesn't seem like
he has such a lovable personality. I feel like people just couldn't not.
He eventually got fired for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually it ran the course, but
yeah,
it took longer.
I guess
I
you
make
can only
so
beat
many
that horse
Clinton
so
and OJ
long.
jokes.
Well, what else we got on the docket today? I ran out of stuff.
That's all you got, huh?
That's all I got.
I
mean,
spent
we
like
covered
5
a lot.
minutes trying to look up
36 minutes.
funny news, and I didn't come up with
Well,
anything.
we can talk about this one. This is a good headline.
All right, I like a good headline. Really, it's the best part of the
I
article.
posted in chat.
That's basically how I get all my news.
Yeah. Just read the headline. I don't need the rest of that shit. Transgender man gives birth to non-binary partner's baby with a female sperm donor. I'm so confused.
I lost it. I was lost at transgender.
Which one's the man?
Somebody said this is a essay. This should be an SAT question. So,
Transgender man A leaves Cleveland at 58 miles an hour, meets binary partner in Missouri.
Oh,
Doing 69 miles an hour.
that is what they're gonna do, though, isn't it? Like, they're gonna restructure the whole SAT to like make us appear to be the dumb ones. I
yeah,
think you're onto something, Trey.
yeah.
So let's assume that this is, as true as this can be. Let's give them that. It seems like this all had to be so attempted, like, because they always try to get us with the man has baby, and you read it, and okay, no, it's this, So it's like it's like when they go to like the 15 bakeries to find the one that won't bake the cake or whatever, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, we need to have this set up. Now we have to make sure we get sperm from a like they went out of their way to do that. That wasn't a coincidence. So I wonder if you can add any more layers to it, if this can be topped.
I do remember when the original man, I
You
guess
gotta wait 20 years till this baby can donate sperm, and then have the whole thing happen again with a baby who was created from sperm from
and it's got to be incest too. That way, it really you tie it all together.
Really slap a cherry on top of that.
Well, no, they're gonna try to make it like some sort of like minor attracted person thing now, or whatever. That since I know you've got a segment coming up
13 years.
that just.
I mean, they'll probably try to like impregnate a robot at some point.
Ooh, I like where your head's at.
We're gonna go full Rick and Morty on that one.
Yeah, bring a robot into this mix.
I'm still trying to figure out which one is the man. Is it the one with the facial hair? I don't know.
It's the one without the facial hair.
So which
yeah,
one
because
had
they
the baby?
transitioned from.
Is this like a Michelle Obama situation where there are no pictures of either of them pregnant? It's like
when both of these people were born, were they both women?
No, well, I don't think so.
So
Non-binary means I don't know that it's hard to tell.
I don't get it.
Hard to tell what's a who.
I don't want to understand. I was gonna ask a bunch of questions.
Could it be there?
They, them, there.
The non-binary part's really if they use a sperm donor, the non-binary part is really moot, right?
But it's a female sperm donor.
Well, I mean, it's what we're calling it now. But I mean, here's the thing: if the non-binary person was a biological female, then they probably wouldn't need the sperm donor. So
white supremacists.
Yeah, it's two women, and one of them has transitioned into being a man, and they use sperm from a person who's a biological man who's transitioned into being a female.
I need a aspirin.
Yep. There you go.
That's the simplified version of what's going on here.
Yeah, Dag's got it.
Somehow.
I think I'm now more confused than I was initially reading it.
I know. How is that more confusing of a way to say it? But it is. We're just not cut out for this new world, guys.
Oh,
we're not a
brave new world.
I will apologize because I think I might have had something to do with the coming into the world. On January 1st of 2020, I enjoy going back and looking at Facebook memories. We've talked about doing a Facebook memory segment. So in January 1st of 2020, I said, I'm ready for the meteor to come. Well, I don't think we deserve to exist as a species anymore. And then 2 months later, we got, the world-ending pandemic. So I apologize for the part I played in bringing about the end of the world.
I remember explaining to a friend early 2020 that I was a collapsitarian and what that meant, blah, blah, blah. And then when that all went down, I was like, not like this, though.
Look, there's supposed to be an after party,
That's right. When it collapses, it's supposed to fall apart. You're not supposed to get more control. You're supposed to get no control.
This is not the right way. Where can I find my what is it called?
You guys resolution people?
I'm more of a goal person.
I'm more of a plan person.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I do have to say, all right, like this morning, I was like, all right, well, I guess it's the new year now. I guess I should do better. So, if that counts.
I don't know if you want to call it a resolution, but I am working out again, mostly because I'm the heaviest I've ever been, and I got a little bit of a dad pudge going on here in the midsection. So I'm back to working out, which really, it was just a 1 year hiatus because instead of spending the summer running and working out like I normally do, I worked on a house. Like I put gutting and renovating a house priority over running and working out. So I'm just kind of getting back to my norm more than anything. But Yes,
been worse.
I am committed to, if not getting back to a full 6-pack, at least having it like solidified instead of having the little
Have
bit
a
of
mass,
pudge.
a little
No
bit of
jiggle.
mass.
You sick of
Yeah.
the jiggle?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the jiggle. I don't like the way it sticks out when I sit down.
Yeah, you can just Photoshop that out.
That's why. That's why,
hey, no, or
that's why my camera is only from here up.
Tits up.
So does that mean you decided on
all he's
running?
all he's gotta do, guys, is claim the body positivity. He's being body positive, like that chick in the Gatorade commercial.
I heard about that, or saw a picture of that, or something. That's crazy.
Yeah, she's
Maybe
sitting
it
there
was-
doing
maybe it
like
was one of
a
you guys.
headstand. She's doing like a headstand, like where she's like doing some kind of yoga, and looks like she's about to like fall down and like break the house apart, and like bring the house down.
I have not
It's-
seen this.
It's in the best interest of companies that sell sugary drinks to act like fitness or exercise is the way to get rid of that. And then you can drink all the sugary Gatorade you want. And that's just fine as long as you exercise.
Yeah, what a shame about Gatorade. I used
About
to
the
think Gatorade
mascot or
was
the.
healthy. No, I just used to
Are
think it
you
was
calling
good
her
for
a
you.
mascot?
Well, I mean, she's big enough to be in a suit. I mean, I've seen people in mascot suits that take up less, space in the world than she does.
Here, I'll send it to you, Justin.
Niall's not a big fan of Gatorade. I'm more of a yellow or a blue guy.
There you go.
There we go.
My gosh.
Oh, damn!
Yeah, she looks like she's about to fall and bring the whole house down.
There's some back on that one.
I think that's on the second story too. So like if she falls, then she's going down another story. So
I see what you're saying. It does look like it's an elevated story.
This is Gatorade's definition of fit.
That is peak fitness right there.
Yes.
What's she Gatorading while she's yogaing?
Fitness giant ass in these yoga pants.
Yeah. Like, really, is yoga something you need Gatorade for? She just wants an excuse to drink.
I mean,
fucking
really, you don't need
Kool-Aid.
Gatorade for anything, technically.
I mean, naked goat yoga, probably, but just like regular in your living room yoga, I don't think so.
Yeah, that sweatbox yoga,
Hot
where
yoga.
they make like 120 degrees. Okay, you got me there.
Was that the hot yoga? I guess that's
Mm-hmm.
what they call it.
I have goats and it's hot as fuck. I wonder if I could charge money to have people come out and do hot as fuck.
Oh, people
goat
would
yoga.
Do it.
If you go to your nearest like semi decent sized
Right.
town and just put out flyers, all of the white women will flock to your farm.
The issue is it's not all the white women, it's all the white women we talk about who have crazy eyes. So you can't let them find the show. Otherwise,
Dag's
you're
into
going to
the
be boycotted.
Dag's into the crazy eyes though.
Yeah, he just needs to hide the show.
You'll have to let your wife teach the class. You probably should stay away.
Yes, that would
Sounds
be
like
the
bad
plan.
news.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
He's like, I already got you there.
And she's gonna meet bad influences. I don't know. Maybe this is a bad idea all around.
And as long as it's yoga,
But you make good money though.
as long as it's
That's
yoga,
true.
it can be naked hot goat yoga, and you can put it on YouTube. As long as it's yoga, that's like that's where YouTube like draws the line. Is you can be naked on YouTube as long as you're doing yoga or something that's like
Or breastfeeding
artistic.
videos.
Is this Sean's
Yeah.
new thing?
Probably. I need to go check his YouTube history next.
All naked goat yoga and breastfeeding.
You just hear like namaste in the background. You're like, oh, he's working out, I guess. No. I mean,
Suckling noises. Hopefully, the suckling noises are from the video, though.
Hear that?
Oh my god.
What's going on in there?
I've been inside of Justin's house too, and I see how close Sean's room is to his own room, so I can imagine how disturbing that might be.
For both of them. Jeez.
It's like, over, how's choking the chicken going?
He wants us to let him move over here, but he's untrustworthy. Like the big thing is he like smuggles snacks and stuff into his room, and we get onto him all the time for it. We're like, dude, we can't trust you to be over there. You'll have yogurts and everything else like stuffed under your bed, and there'll be bugs and mice and everything over there. He goes, I wouldn't do that. Literally 30 minutes later, I asked him to make his bed. He was moving some stuff around, and I see a yogurt container, 2 spoons, dirty spoons, and a cup underneath his bed. I was like, we literally just had this conversation. This is why you don't get to move next door. He's like, I don't know where those came from. I'm like, dude, like
somebody planted them on me.
No, nobody's coming in your room and laying in your bed and eating yogurt and bringing a drink and then dumping the spoons and shit underneath your bed. Like, you're the only one who comes in here.
Plot twist, it was Justin.
You gotta kick the door open with one of your dogs on a leash. You're like, all right, we're doing a check.
My dog does steal socks. He if he finds like a mated pair of socks that's like rolled up, he'll grab them and run off with them and hide them. So like we do find random pairs of socks all over the house.
He's got his own collection.
If he's pulling single socks out of the dirty laundry, though, there might be something else going on.
Yeah, he only goes for clean socks, at least so far.
Oh, fuck. And we should do the Masculout commercial for the outro.
The what?
Masculout?
What is that?
It's another I'm looking it up. It's another man show commercial.
Ooh, I like them. Or I guess I should say I used to like the Man Show back when Jimmy Kimmel wasn't a complete bitch.
Yeah, it was good times back then. For sure.
I'm sure he was
back when he would actually back when he would wear blackface.
How did those two go in such opposite directions? Like Jimmy Kimmel went full woke moron, and Adam Carolla like doubled down on going the complete other direction with it.
And he's like huge, you know. He's stuck with his shit, you know. Yeah, man. I've been getting back into Adam Carolla lately. He's good. He still has like some LA kind of nonsense. It's my thing with a lot of my favorite comedians are from New York City, so it's like they don't know how to like I don't hang out with people who can't change a set of brakes like on a car, you know, like in real life. Like none of them can do that. But Adam Carolla can like build shit, so he has like practical like, you know, comedy I can laugh at. So I like that.
All right, let's roll this thing. This will be the outro. We will see y'all on Wednesday.
Whoa! No one's gonna say the word.
I mean,
well, to be honest, you're pretty retarded, Mark.
Yeah, new year, new us, retards.
Apparently, this is a terrible video.
If I can
sorry.
figure out how to play this damn thing.
Well, now Justin's the retard.
Billy, found my favorite sweater. I love my men, but when it comes to laundry, there's one thing I can do without: protein stains. Those frustrating protein stains. Those embarrassing protein stains.
You need new Masculine.
Masculine?
Protein delivered at high velocity to adhere to fibers. But Masculine crystals penetrate deep into fabric to remove even the toughest protein stains.
Sounds great. But can I clean this protein stain sweater?
Just look. We stained 2 identical sweaters with protein. We them in a hamper for 3 weeks. Then treated one with Masculine, the other with the leading brand.
The Masculine sweater is clean, but the other one. Mom, no protein on my jeans. You hit the shower, mister. All brand Masculine.
Masculine protein stain remover. Shoot it in every